Hi, and welcome back to AppLookReviews, where we demo and highlight useful software and tech. Today, I'll be reviewing a photography app called Focus 2. Now, what is Focus 2? Focus 2 allows you to add depth to your photos using creative blurring, enhanced macro shots, and tilt shift effects, to name but a few of the things that you can do with the app. In layman's terms, it allows you to take any photo and focus on a specific object or target within that photo. So, first things first, let's take a look at the website. And one of the reasons I look at the website is a lot of times I'm an impulsive app buyer, which means that anything new, I want to own it right away. One of the things that help me make informed decisions is looking at a website or looking at reviews in the App Store and so forth, and being able to determine the response as well as the quality that I'm getting back for my purchase or for my business here. So, as you can see, this is the website and it looks great. So we're just going to just take you through the website a little bit, scroll through it so that you can see or get a glimpse of some of the quality that you're getting. There's two different versions, a standard version and a pro version. And I'll be doing a separate video on the pro version. And then here's some before and after. So I'll take you through some of these really quick, just to give you an idea of what's possible with Focus 2. And I'll do one more here. As you can see, blurred this out, the background out a bit, as well as making the colors in the photo a lot more vivid. Okay. As you can see, popular app with Mac Life, App Storm, Macworld, etc. It runs on Mac OS X from 10.7 and above, and there are some of the other schematics for what you need to run the app. Okay, so that's the website. Let's look at the App Store really quick. So as you can see, this is the app on the App Store, and right now it's at $9.99. It's $9.99. It'll actually be going up. Let's see here. Show you some screenshots really quick before I get into the actual demonstration. Okay. And the application is fairly new, so it's only been out for a short period of time. But within that short period of time, it's already a 4.5 star rated app on the App Store. So that just gives you an idea of how much people like the application. So let's go ahead and close that out. Okay. So what are the core features? For me, we start with functional interface. Everything is in the right place, and once we get into the demo, you'll get a feel for that as well. But for me, everything is in the right place. All of the buttons within the interface is where it needs to be, where it should be, and I'm sure they'll be making changes as they continue to update the app. Another thing that I like about this app is the lens blur and tilt shift features, which there are a number of features that's associated with creative, selective, focus type of image editing. But these are the two that I really use the app for the most. Another feature is major image formats is all supported, such as Photoshop, the PSD format, JPEG, TIFF, etc. Let's just look at some more PNG, raw images, 8-bit, 16-bit. Okay, so that just gives you an idea of that. It has a number of sharing options I'll be demonstrating and showing you during this demo, this review. a number of export options, iCloud support, and plugin support, which is actually in a pro feature, and I'll be covering that in a different video. But just for people who are real professional photographers, it just just to give you an idea that there is a pro version available for pros. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into a demonstration of the app, and I'm not going to go too deep, but I will go through two examples just to give you an idea of how it works. So when you first, actually let me show you how it is when you first actually start the app. Okay. So when you first start the app up, this is the screen that you get. Focus 2 quick tips. And it just gives you tips on how to use the application before you actually get started. And it gives you an option to get news and software deals from MacFun, which is the developer company behind Focus 2, as well as a number of applications. Just click continue, and of course you can toggle that screen off if you don't want to see that every time. So first image I'm going to work with is this image. Okay, and I'm not going to get too fancy because I'm not a professional photographer and I don't really deal with certain kind of things, but just to give you an example of the quality for somebody like myself who don't really know that much about image editing. So we can see here it allows you to crop and gives you a number of options. You can do it by aspect ratio. You can change the horizon, which kind of tilts it one way or the other. Reset it. We can actually do the crop part, and of course move the photo around and identify which part we want to focus on. So reset that. And for this picture, I'm actually going to use tilt shift. The tilt shift effect, just to give you an idea of how it works. And it actually comes with presets. It's already preset to specific parameters, and of course you can adjust those parameters how you see fit. So let's just, if we come here, you'll see the arrow change, or the pointer change, and then we can make it smaller and adjust how we want to tilt shift the image here. We can do a vignette effect. We go all the way up, that's all you'll see, or kind of put it in the middle here. We can do auto enhancement. We can change the aperture, which is pretty much the photo device. Like if you had a camera, it's pretty much how big the aperture is, or how much of the image you're taking in. Essentially, that's the layman definition. So let me just reset everything. I'm actually going to show you one more thing you can do too, just to show you the selective focus features that's built in. So if I clicked on the macro tab here, and as you can see, bringing it all the way down, I just want to focus on this guy's head, and that's what you get. Make it a little bit bigger. I can enhance the vividness a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset that. Next thing I want to do real quick is show you what you would do with a portrait. And this is Beyonce, obviously. Click on portrait. I actually want to close that out. Don't need to save that. Okay, so this is Beyonce. Obviously we can make the focus area bigger or smaller. So let's just test that out. And of course, once again, the preset has already been applied. Let's do auto enhancement, see what it does. So let's do this just to show you how precise this program can get for you. As you can see, it's just focusing on her eye, and the focus is quite apparent. As you can see, the blurred edges around the focus area. Let's do a little bit of vignette. Okay, do something like that, and reset. And that's the end of the photo demonstration I'll be doing. Okay. Next thing I want to show you is the sharing features. So you can export it here, and it gives you options of the format you want to export it in, whether it's Photoshop, a focus document, TIFF, PNG, JPEG, etc. The quality, least or best, resize for web and email, etc. And of course gives you the option of where to save it or export it to. You can also export it to directly to iPhoto into Aperture, which is mainly for the Pro version. It looks like it's available here for me, maybe just because I have the Pro version installed. But that's actually a Pro feature, but I can export it directly to Aperture. And in the Pro version, if you have these applications installed into Photoshop Elements 12, Lightroom, and Photoshop. Think from CS4 or CS5 all the way up to the Creative Cloud version. And then you can share it to Flickr, Facebook, Twitter, iMessages, and share it through the Mail app, and I'm not sure what that is. Okay, let's go through some of the menus really quick. Give you an idea of the version that it's on, and like I said earlier, it's actually just past the 1.0, and they're actually working on a new update that hopefully will be coming out soon. But anyway, preferences, we can use the original format or change it into a focus document. We can show white canvas, which as you can see, that's what it does. I'll leave it that way. We can change the brush color. I like it on the default. And of course, it shows you your recents. You can create a new file by basically choosing a new picture. Some more export options. And actually, I forgot to mention, you can also find the export options here. You can export into MacFun's other apps, including FX Photo Studio Pro, right here, Snaphill, and Intensify, which is their latest application. You can print. Okay. Standard stuff there. This menu, you can use keyboard shortcuts or just access the portrait, feature, nature, architecture, macro, tilt shift, etc. Make specific image adjustments. Affect the current tool with these keyboard shortcuts over here. Make it full screen, or obviously press that to make it full screen. And you can get help. So focus to help, you can reset the hint, which will actually pop up hints on the interface, directly on top of the interface. Pull up the focus to quick tips, which we saw, which I demonstrated earlier. And that is pretty much it. That's focus 2. So who is the program for? program is for amateur and pros alike. It's function focused, so it's not Photoshop or an image app that has all the bells and whistles. It's designed for you to create selective focus type of images, lens blur effects, motion blur effects within the pro version. And pretty much it just has like I said, a tight focus that creates great results for a specific type of task, photo editing task. Okay, and it's also for people who just want to be creative and experiment with, or try to push the boundaries, shall I say, or the limits of what you can do with equipment and what you can do with software, and maybe even combining the two. It's only available on Mac OS X. Right now it's $9.99 in the Mac App Store. It'll be going up, as it says on the Mac App Store, to $24.99. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So my rating and recommendation, I give it overall a 4.3. Now design, I give it a 5 because, like I said, it's a functional interface. Everything is where it belongs. At least it feels that way until they make adjustments, and then that'll feel right too. Capability, I give it a 4 because it does what it says it's supposed to do, which is allow you to add depth to almost any photo you throw at it, or actually any photo you throw at it. Performance and stability, I give it a 4 because it's pretty stable. I haven't had it crash yet, and hopefully it doesn't. Now, performance wise, there is some memory issues if you've had it open for a while. Well, at least on my system here, if I've had it open for a while, or I'm making a lot of different edits, it kind of slows up a little bit. But they are working on an update that'll be released soon, so hopefully that improves even more to maybe even push into a 5. Price, I give it a 4.5. Very affordable for what it does, and an appropriate price for what it does, and the quality that you get back from it. Competition, I give it a 4. There are other applications that create this kind of effect on the Mac as well as Windows, etc. But this one, I think it'll also be elevated when the performance is upgraded. But this one, it creates that effect, and it does it very well, as I demonstrated. And I'm not a pro, so imagine the results if you really know everything that you're doing, or you're willing to put in the time to learn what to do. Okay, so that's Focus 2. Thanks for watching, and if you found this review helpful to you in any way, be sure to check out the app for yourself. Watch some of my other reviews, like the one I'll be doing specifically on Focus 2 Pro features, and it'll be fairly short. And remember to comment, like, and subscribe below.